What is up, everyone? Today we will be making some Riddim sounds in Serum. Basically, I'm just going to show you some elements that you could do inside, some key elements that you could do inside Serum to get these tones pretty quickly and just more unique sounds like that, because a bunch of these settings are pretty touchy, so the sound changes pretty crazy. So it always is fun. Even if you make other style sounds, you can use these techniques on pretty much anything. But usually when I go for that style sound, these are what some stuff that I do to do that. So let me just make sure that Serum is not blocking the camera. So we'll put it over here. All right. So obviously basic sound. I will get a wavetable, just any of the one from the pack. If you do want these wavetables and presets, go ahead and email us. Our web store is down, but let us know, and then we'll just do it through PayPal or something. So you can still get these even though they're not on our website currently. We're working on that. Pitch this down a couple octaves. And we'll put alpha on it just to give us some movement. Let's go to the squares. Oh, maybe we should do something basic. We'll do something like this. And so one of the first things I like to do are using the flanges and some of the misc too, but these are good and I get some cool effects with that. Basically you get this somewhere around here to start with. Let me just put a sub on this real quick. Let me turn my sub pack on. Alright. And it's probably really quiet. I don't know. I think my sub pack just died. No. Alright, well, hopefully the bass is balanced. Let me put some notes in just because I'm tired of pressing the keys. I can't focus on creating the sound. Let me plug in the charger too real quick. Alright. And then when you combine that with what I like to do a lot of the times is the phaser. I mess with the frequency on here. I kind of pull the depth down and the rate down. And you get some cool variations of the sounds. But we'll turn it off on 4 and do a separate LFO. You get different tones in it by just messing with the second LFO and the frequency. And it gives us that constant wobble a little bit of more character because it's changing. And then we could, beef it up a little bit in the stereo field. Another thing I like to do is I'll do A and B between the two and decide, but basically I like to mix the size mix. And it gives us a little stereo pump, or you could do something like halfway and then add this on for a little more. So it just adds to the overall changing of the sound. And the sound's pretty basic, like we haven't really done anything, and we could always change wavetables. But you can see it's already kind of developing towards that tone and the flow of the sounds. Let me pull up just like a random kick and snare. Good enough. And a snare. Good enough. Come on, buddy. Now we could go back and start editing the wavetable. It's like weird, it has like high tones and some dirty tones. We also need to kind of beef it up a little bit. So I kind of like that. Then we can start playing with this now. Maybe something for this. We'll go down to, come on. Get a little more laser tone as you put the cutoff up. Maybe you could even play with the drive too. And then you could do the two I like a lot are ASIM. Just gives it the right amount of drive. But if you want to change it up, you could do downsample. And you see you can kind of blend in that vocal sound into the sound with the downsample. But probably just go with this. And so that'd be like sound 1, and then maybe we'll go to sound 2 now and do some different stuff. pretty sure everyone has these. I think these are part of the Serum. That might be a good starting point if we do something like this. We'll do 2 and 2. So you see, just like little subtle changes, and you get a whole new sound off of like the same structure, I guess, of a preset, you could say. So now if you do both LFOs, let's see what that goes like. And then you could clean up the sound again with a filter. And when I do a sound like this, that's like really stabby, then you could make sure the sub's direct out because you don't want to delay the sub. And then you can mess around with some delays on it and turn the feedback down. You could hear it just kind of bouncing out the sound. You can do ping pong. So they bounce around the speakers. And the reason you put the feedback down so it doesn't get all crazy like this. It's not too bad on this sound, but some other sounds would really just wash out and destroy the sound. So that would be like sound number 2. And if you wanted to kind of get more of the vocalness out of it, I don't even know, vocalness. You do something like this with the notches and play around with them. But let me just set it up real quick. So this sound already has a lot of low end in it, so I would do 2 patches in the chain, which I'll run you through. This will be like the actual bass sound, and this would be the sub. And that's when you could turn everything off, turn the sub on, and turn all this off. We'll just leave them on, we'll just turn them off. That we could probably leave on. And then we could go back to this one, drop the EQ on it, make sure the sub is indeed off. And you could also play with this. That's pretty good there, but you could also check out other wavetables. So let's just solo this track. make sure this is staying in its place. Oops. Cut out some of the rumble. Also, oops. There we go. Now we got a little more movement in our sub. Another thing you could do to get some more top end out of this. Or you could do another one of them. To really just get the frequencies going. But I think I'm just going to do a little boost around here. So that would be a sound. And we could do another sound. I'll do 4 sounds, and I will save the presets for you all. If you go to join.tarant.info, you'll get these presets and a lot more. So that one was pretty cool. The chugs. So that's cool like that, but we would definitely need a layer. So then you would carve out another preset. We got that one. All right. So then we will take out the low end. Another thing that would help is if we added a nice side chain. Turn off triplets, turn off the dot. Give me a half. There we go. You get some really dirty sounds, and then you would just, if you want to control like the LFO, I'll just pull down the level. We're getting higher and higher. How do we do triplets on this thing? No such thing. That had a cool stereo field right there. You could hear it bouncing around. So then we'll go back to the main sound. And we're gonna cut out the sub too, because it's better just to separate all the sounds especially when you're trying to get something powerful like this. Like there's obviously a lot of mud in the low end. So we're gonna shave out a lot of it. And then you would, duplicate and then call this one the sub. And then flip that around and really just kind of only give it low end. And then make sure none of like the low frequencies are in there too. And then we'll go into that one, turn all this off and give it a sub. Direct out, okay, cool. We could turn this off, this off, this off. I don't think that'll affect it. So now you got your 3 layers. And that really fills out the low end of it. Alright. Last sound, and it's not going to be in Massive. It's going to be in Serum because this is a Serum tutorial. And I was just in there. We'll just ungroup. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it like this. Alright. Actually, no, we don't want to do it like that. We want to delete this, duplicate this. And this last one's going to be completely different from the sound here. So you delete all the layers. You start at the original thing and craft out a new sound. We're going to go to digital now. I'm going to turn that off for now. Alright, let's go to Supercar. This one we're gonna flatten out. Or I might do a sine wave. Sine waves are pretty fun. There we go. So I'm going to do 2 on this one. And then we'll give it a sub. Oh. And you'll see I'm just going through and making the sounds and not trying to pinpoint any sound. I'm just working and creating sounds. That's why you want to do this when you're not working on a song. That way you can just create, save all these presets, and then come back. And when you're making a song, be like, oh yeah, I have a sound I want to use. And then you just pull your sound in. So it's good to separate your sessions. Sometimes I will, sound design a sound as I'm working. Just to get the movement and a decent tone. And then I'll go back later and do it just so I can get the writing done. So, as I'm working on a song, this preset may change. But the movement's there and the rough sound is there, and then you could just tweak it for every song and just change it up. And you're probably wondering, well, why would I want to do 3 automations? Well, that's why I love Ableton. So since we're in a rack, you come over here, you go to LFO 1, rate, and just make sure it popped up. Why am I not on the right one? There we go. Now it should pop up. There we go. Alright, so you do that on all of them. Get all the LFOs out. And oh, did I not click configure? You serums, get out of the way. Alright, so we got all this. So now you could go ahead and map it. Map. Go here. Map. Here. Map. Now everything's mapped to this knob. So is macro 1. We don't have a macro, so it doesn't matter. So just ignore that. That's me making a chain. So you could go through and find the LFOs that sound good, or you could come in here and see all the LFO 1 rates. You could do the minimum and maximum value. So you come over here. Do we want faster than this? For whatever reason, if you want to go that fast, then we can do the slow point now. Now you have your ranges. And now you could save this LFO, you could even color code it, and then you could save this as a patch. Now you have your custom Serum patches that are way better than just a preset. You have them all out. And before we wrap this up, I'll just show you what I would do after this to finish off the sound. So we'll exit out of the mapping. So say we have our thing, everything sounds good. How do we further develop this patch? Well, we have, you see how we have all three of these things? You can still put stuff after here. So we'll do an EQ first. So you can see how it's in here. Is it gonna let me do it? Cause that's gonna be on just that one. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is regroup these. So group your whole chain. And now you could process all three of these under one thing. Gets a little confusing, so if you're confused by that, you can just go ahead and close down your three chains, and now you're just kind of processing your sound. Then I'm gonna go on mid side. And go to the sides. Spread out to the sides. Kind of take away the mids and the highs. Just so the sound kind of spreads out across speakers and it's not so muddy. And you can do the same down here. Takes the sides out of the lows. That's my basic processing. Anything from here is up to you. You could put some saturation on it. You could further just mess it up and turn it into something else. Like, what was I using the other day? It was, what was it? Was it erosion? No, it was vinyl distortion. That's what it was. You can really get some crunch out of the sound with this. And then Solarius. Bless my soul. Solarius uses a lot of amps. I always forget to use them, but we'll go ahead and add this on now, and you can kind of see how it changes it. Kind of makes it a little more juicier with that on there. I like that. But then we'll put it on dual so it's stereo. Yeah, so there you go. 4 new presets. I will save the Ableton chains inside the not Dropbox anymore. It's the OneDrive folder. I will go ahead and add those in right now so you guys can see the names that I save them as. So if you don't have Ableton, I'm sorry, I'm not going to save a bunch of presets in there. Just follow along. Use any wavetables you want. These techniques will be good across anything. This one I could save the Serum preset in. So the first sound. No, I don't want to save it there. I want to save it as a preset. I think I accidentally switched this wavetable though. It was supposed to be. No, I guess it was that one. Alright, so we'll save this one in there. Go to my OneDrive. Where are you, OneDrive? I hate when these things like open. No, close. Alright, OneDrive, where are you? What the are you doing? What are you doing? No. Fail. What is going on? Yeah, I get it. I know how to use OneDrive. I've done it. I've done it. Alright. Now this could open. There we go. Okay. Now we go to Tarant.info. Free subscriber resources. Look at all this free stuff you get. Look at all this. Oh, it's yeah, this one is a Serum preset. We're gonna put how to Riddim 1, since that is the first preset. So if you want this preset, join.tarant.info, put your email in, we'll email you access to this link, and you'll get that preset and all the other ones. We go to this one. This is going to be a chain, so I'm going to save it. Hopefully you have Ableton. We're going to name this one How to Riddim 2. And this one's a chain 2. We're going to save this and put that as How to Riddim 3. And this last one, we're going to not save that. We're going to save this. Alright. Show and Explorer. Delete. 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 Copy. Where's my OneDrive? Where's Ableton? Ableton. Ooh. Ooh. No Ableton chains, you guys. The free stuff is growing every day. Oop. I don't believe these are going to work backwards. You could try, but to be safe, you got to have Ableton Live 10. And then we'll put sounds. Paste those in there. So those are uploading now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that thumbs up. Let us know what kind of sound design genres, areas you want to cover in future streams, and we'll do another 4 presets in that style. If you want access to this, again, join.tarant.info. Put your email in and get access to all that free stuff you just saw in that folder. Also, if you want to become a member and dive deeper with us, join the Facebook private group. Go to tarant.info and choose a membership level that works for you. And our new website is being built. The store will be up online soon with all the presets and courses, and we're developing new courses. That will be at tarantinfo.com. All the links are down in the description. Peace, y'all.